Statement of legal residence. To determine your UC tuition, applicants must indicate that they would like to be evaluated for residence classification via the Statement of Legal Residence, SLR. You must meet the UC requirement to qualify for in-state tuition, regardless of your classification in another system. Parents is defined as a natural or adoptive parent, not step-parent. Your answer below has no bearing on your admission decision. The following 3 questions must be established more than 365 days immediately prior to your residence determination date. The 3 categories are physical presence, intent to remain in California, and immigration status. For physical presence, you and your parents must be physically present in California. If you move to California primarily to attend University of California or another school, you are ineligible for residence classification for tuition purposes. For intent to remain in California, you and your parents must have established your intent to make California your permanent home and must have relinquished ties to any prior place of residence outside of California. Immigration status. You and your parents must be citizens or permanent residents of the United States or be present under a valid I-94 for an eligible visa and have held that immigration status. Applicants who do not satisfy all 3 parts may qualify for special circumstance exemption or waiver provision, such as an AB 540 non-resident supplemental tuition exemption, and will be asked to submit additional supplemental information at a further date. For further explanation, read the full UC residence policy and guidelines. Note, undocumented students should use these instructions for completing the SLR. Would you like to be evaluated for California residency for tuition purposes? If these 3 requirements are met by you, go ahead and say yes. And if you know that you qualify as an AB 540 student, go ahead and also indicate yes. Statement of legal residence. Yes, I want to be evaluated for California residency for tuition purposes. Have you been physically present in California for the last 3 years? If any of the following are true for you, then you have to answer no. You attended high school outside of California during the last 3 years. You worked outside of California during the last 3 years. You left California for more than 6 weeks in the last 3 years. Did you attend high school in California for 3 or more years, and will you graduate or have you graduated from a high school in California? Yes or no, make your selection. Current or planned immigration status in the United States. This selection is actually filtering in from your citizenship and residency section. If you're an AB 540 student, you should see the words no selection in this section, because that's what you were supposed to select when we did that in the citizenship and residency section. If you need to make any changes, you can go back to that section of the application to make the change. Have you made California your permanent home for the past 366 days or more? Make your selection yes or no. This question might also read something like, have you and your parents established California as your permanent home for the past 366 days or more? So it just depends on when you were born. If you were born on December 31st, 2000 or after that, you would see you and your parents. And if you were born before that, you would see a question about you alone. Lastly, you must acknowledge the following by checking the boxes. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws governing the state of California that the statements I have provided on the statement of legal residence are, and each of them is true and correct. I understand that as part of that process to issue a residency classification, I may be asked to submit additional documentation or information to a University of California residence deputy to supplement my statement of legal residence. Failure to provide the required information in a timely manner can affect my residence classification. Further, I understand that completion of the statement of legal residence does not guarantee a residence classification for UC tuition. When ready, make your selection and press save and continue.